Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it is 9 o'clock at night. It is actually relatively late. I'm proud. Oh, Jesus Christ, really? 9 o'clock? Damn. Anyway, apparently there's a discourse going around. I mean, there's always this discourse in Fortnite, but about this Battle Pass. Don't really know what it's about, but there's always a discourse with these OG skins for some fucking reason. I'll just put it mildly, because I spent like 20 minutes recording something else, and I was like, well, that's 20 minutes, and I'm not gonna edit it out, or I'm not gonna edit it. That's a long fucking video, and I wasn't really on point, or didn't stay on point. So I'll make this really quick, a couple minutes long. I'm personally super happy with this pass because it has a skin that I wanted, which is Dire. Gee, I wonder why. So I've wanted Dire for ever since I learned that he existed in the game, and then I realized I was like, damn, he was a Battle Pass skin. Fuck, I'm never gonna be able to get that guy. Look, I can get him now. But then I was like, there's got to be a way to end the discourse, and there's got to be a way to, get people to calm their titties, essentially. And one of the easiest ways that I can think of to fix that issue is putting in a Fortnite skin flea market. And it might not even just be Fortnite skins. You could probably include some back blings or whatever. Anyway, so long story short, let's say you don't want a skin. I have a ton of skins that I don't want. I don't want these two things. I don't want these two. I don't want this guy. I don't want Peabody. I don't want Captain Jonesy. I don't want... I think I had to buy this guy, so maybe I wanted him at some point. But I don't want any of... I don't want these three skins. I don't want that skin. I don't want this skin. I don't want, like, a ton of skins. I don't want this skin. Did I have to buy this guy? Oh, yeah, I bought this guy because he came with a cool back bling that I wore for, like, 5 minutes. And one of the main reasons that I bought this skin, or bought the back bling, is because it fits with the tails. I'm able to wear this and also have tails. And that's it. That's the only reason I got that package. And I don't know why I bought the whole thing. Couldn't really remember. But yeah, vast majority of the skins that I have from Battle Passes, I don't want. I think this is a crew skin. This is a crew skin. I'm never going to use Renegade. I'm never going to use this guy. Never going to use her, him, her, Snoop. Never going to use Night Rose. Never going to use Baymax. Like, I could get rid of 90% of my skins, but I can't technically because they're all bound to my account because it's fucking stupid. Anyway. So one of the main things that I wanted to do is say, like, when you go, you're like, hey, I don't want these skins anymore. You go all the way down to the bottom of the store. There'll be one more extra tab, and it'll say Fortnite Flea Market or something along those lines. Or yeah, Fortnite Flea Market FF. Why not? Then bare minimum that you'd have to spend 2,800 V-Bucks. It's the second one on there. Why 2,800? Just because, like, it's a way to put a bare minimum price tag on what you're gonna get. Like, you're gonna get your money's worth regardless. So let's say these two skins right here would not be worth 2,800 V-Bucks put together. So what if I wanted to get rid of this skin, and this skin? 3 skins, 2,800 V-Bucks, that's not bad. There are skins and everything in the shop right now that are over 2,200 V-Bucks. In fact, let's go to the shop right now. Scroll all the way up. 1,500 here, 1,500 here, 1,500 there. Like, there are skins that are 1,500 V-Bucks, and look at this, 1,200, 15. Let's try and find some not so. 1,200, 800, 1,200. So, like, your bare minimum going to be spending 800, but this is a very basic skin. Very, very basic. And so if you bundle these up for 2,800, let's say this was 8, 16, 24, you're spending a little bit more. If these were all 800 V-Bucks, Poseidon was a Battle Pass skin, so his arm was a little bit jiggly there for a second. That was weird. But you're going to be... So he's obviously going to be worth more just simply because not everybody's going to have him. Because, again, this was before... I almost said Hyundai. I don't know why. But this was before Epic decided to say, hey, the Battle Pass skins, Chapter 5, Season 4. Is this what this was? Chapter 5, Season 4? Yeah, the second Marvel season. These will eventually be on the shop. Which I'm totally okay with. I really don't care. But yeah, you could get 3 of these... and it would be great, 2,800 V-Bucks. But again, it would set a minimum price point for what these skins would be worth, and then the skins that are super duper rare, you can obviously set your own price. You could put them up for 1,000,000 V-Bucks. Who fucking cares? You know, throw it up there for, if somebody buys it, somebody buys it. You know. I'm not gonna shame anybody for spending just an absolute ludicrous amount of money on a skin or an item that you can't tangibly touch, because I do that in Star Trek Online all the fucking time. I think I've spent $600 or $700 in Star Trek Online, and I've only been playing the game for like 3 months. Awesome. I've spent months worth of food on Star Trek Online, so I can't blame somebody for spending an obscene amount of money on in-game items. But irregardless, oh god lord, irregardless, I think that it would set a precedence, so that way people who want older skins can get them, and the people that want stupidly rare skins can also get them legitimately. I think right before the Psycho guy came back into the shop, I think I saw someone made a video. Someone paid $1,500 for this skin key. One of the main reasons that is really not a smart thing to do is it's not actually technically a legit way to get the skins on Fortnite. You can actually get banned for doing that. And so paying $1,500 to potentially be banned the next day is ludicrous. You shouldn't do that. I think it's a really bad idea. But again, it would give someone a way to get the skin legitimately, because you're just trading skins for V-Bucks, which is what you're doing. And one of the main reasons I think the flea market would work is because obviously things that are in the item shop skins would not go on the skin flea market. It would simply be skins that have either not come back to the store in over 1,000 days, which there are a ton of them, or it would be previous Battle Pass skins. Again, there's probably 350 Battle Pass skins, from secret skins to mid-season skin updates. Like, the Jack Sparrow was a secret mid-season skin. And there are a ton of these. There's one of these for every season. Goodness gracious. And there are, I think, 38 different seasons before Chapter 5 Season 4 came out. The Marvel season, where they said that they were, all Battle Pass skins going forward would end up in the shop at some point. So you have 38 seasons, so you have probably, I'd say about 350 skins, just doing math off the top of my head. I'm probably a little bit over, but I'm not too far over, that could immediately go back on, that could immediately go up on this store and be sold. Again, 2,800 V-Bucks. And you know, you'd get all the alt styles or whatever of the person that is selling it. So let's say I only had the original T60. Great. If I sold it, the person who bought it would only get the original T60. They wouldn't get all 3 unlocks. But if I sold it and I had all 3 unlocks, they'd get that all 3 unlocks. One of the best ways to look at that is look at Cerberus. Cerberus had alt styles and super styles and a whole bunch of other different styles that I just don't have because I didn't play this season all that much. In fact, Aphrodite, I don't have her base form. I only have these 2 weird things, which I believe were mission oriented. But I don't, maybe Cerberus didn't get it because these show super styles, and Cerberus doesn't. What would he throw? But I didn't know he came in a different color. That's kind of sick. But then, see, Medusa doesn't come with those super styles either. So I don't know what's going on with this one, but I have this one. So if I sold this one, people would only get the Heartbreaker, Immortal, and the super. They wouldn't get any of the super styles because I don't have any of the super styles. So it also wouldn't be a way to get free super styles and free everything. Now, there is a very quick, short little thing of how, what would stop people from flipping the skin. Like, buying the skin and flipping it and trying to get their V-Bucks back. And here's the thing, is that you would not be paying someone real money for these skins. You would be paying V-Bucks. and Epic has a ton of games. Like let's say I had Travis Scott or whatever, and I threw Travis Scott on the thing, and he was worth, I don't know, 20,000 V-Bucks. Let's just say he's worth 20,000 V-Bucks. I think it's like $200. Someone would buy it eventually. Maybe not. Maybe not. Either way, I'd get 20,000 V-Bucks, and then I'd be able to go and spend it on a game like Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online does use V-Bucks. They do use that type of currency. So it would be something that you could use on other games. It wouldn't be stuck to Fortnite. And then the other thing to stop people from also flipping it would be to what Star Trek Online does if you buy a whole bunch of stuff real quick. Or just anything off what they call the C store, the cryptic store, which is just... Anyway, long story short, basically the thing's bound to your account for an X amount of time. When it comes to Fortnite, because of the way people are, I would probably say a year. I would say the skin would need to be bound to your account, and you would have to use it at least 50 times before you could resell it. And when I say at least 50 times, I'm talking about 50 days, essentially, is you have to use it for at least 2 hours 50 times. And then that way people couldn't immediately just flip these and get their V-Bucks back, or just hold on to them for a certain amount of time, and then when they get rare, that's when they throw it up. They would actually have to legitimately use the skin to be able to throw it back up onto the store. And, you know, that's 100 hours of gameplay that you could get out of that skin. And again, it would prevent people from just flipping everything. And it would stop things from spiraling, but basically that's the gist. Put a skin flea market in here. That way people can stop bitching and moaning about the hypothetical cost or price of this super rare skin and actually have a price to it. And then there you have it. A lot of the discourse for people who actually want the skin, they can keep the skin. For people who don't want the skin, they can get rid of the skin. For some people who just want V-Bucks, they can get V-Bucks out of it. You know, there are I think 1,500 skins in Fortnite right now, which means if you played from day one to now and you bought every skin that was ever imaginable and you played through all the season passes and you got all the superstars and you got everything, do you know how? And if let's say Fortnite stopped making things right just now, they stopped making items to do things, it would take you one game. If you played one game or two, let's just say you played 3 games a day, it would take you 4 years to then switch through every single skin in Fortnite. It's just impossible to do. Nobody, like, even some of the people that do have it, I have seen from Chapter 5 Season 3, I found a YouTuber called Slinky. I've been watching him since Chapter 5 Season 3 to now. It's been well over a year. He changes his skin almost every video, and I've seen the skin that I liked once. Like one of the skins I wanted once. I haven't even seen him play with Dire. I saw him play as High Wire Pack Leader once, and it was in the Star Wars season, and he was in a TIE Fighter the whole time, so he wasn't technically playing as the skin, he was playing as a TIE Fighter. But again, I'm in it now. It's been 12 minutes, 13 minutes actually, which is way longer than I wanted it to be. Anyway, Fortnite flea market for Battle Pass skins, maybe back blings, things like that. It would end a lot of controversy. People who wanted them could keep them. People who didn't want them could get rid of them, and it would give people a chance to get into to get skins that they couldn't. Anyway, bye.